It was good to see the Saints were playing their starters, so at least we got a chance to see some prime time. We got to see QB1, Jameis Winston, which we talked about in length on Friday. I think we opened the show maybe talking about Jameis Winston. I wanted to see him play. I thought he needed to play. I thought that timing was something he needed to do. And look, he got to hit Jarvis Landry on a couple of big plays. You don't think that that's important? I know a lot of people are like, oh, wrap him in bubble wrap. No. He has not played yet.
He had to take a hit. I was very happy when he got hit releasing that 1st and 15 first down to Jarvis Landry.
I thought there was a couple of really nice plays. AK had some really nice runs. Some of them got called back for holding calls, but still just to see him, see the offense work together, I thought it was a very good day for the Saints.
Yeah, Jameis stock could not be high right now. Looked like Jake said, looked perfect. I love the fact that both came on these bad change situations, the 2nd and 14 and 1st and 15. If you think back to Joe Burrow, and not that you'll ever be able to recreate this, right? But the most unbelievable part about Joe Burrow and that offense may have been the ability to overcome negative plays. Whether it was a false start, a holding penalty, it did not matter. Those are normally drive killers. They were not for LSU that year. What happened to the Saints here, those 2 plays, normally drive killers, and, well, no. They end up going and scoring a touchdown. He got hit. He moved around great. You saw the Jarvis Landry effect. And the bottom line is there's just a different feeling in the air right now when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. Between Juice and when Mike Thomas is healthy and Chris Olave and AK being at full strength and Jameis Winston looking maybe like he's going to be the best Jameis that we've ever seen. I still think objectively that there's an argument to be made that there's no greater underrated quarterback in terms of potential, right? In terms of a lot of people feeling like they have him figured out, when if you actually look at his career, I just don't know that you can say that yet. The Demario Davis sack was really tight, too. He took that center and yeeted him out of the way. Just like, whoa.
Hey, I loved it. Between plays, Cam Jordan was talking so much trash to Chase Daniel, of course, former teammate. I'm sure they got a great relationship. And he was just talking mounts of trash to him. And Cam Jordan's a grown man.
Yeah.
He is an absolute grown man. You watch him play.
Massive,
the thing that I love about Cam Jordan, he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he was playing this 3rd preseason game like it was a playoffs.
He loves football
it was
so much.
Demario Davis did too. That's the thing about the Saints defense. Now the offense too, but really the defense. You watch that tape, if I'm a coach and I see Tyron and I see Cam and I see Demario and I see all these players playing like it is a playoff game and a preseason game, like vets that are as vet as they're going to come, Pro Bowls, all pros, all of that gives me a lot of hope. I thought Mark Ingram had a nice day too.
He did. He and if he is good, then maybe all this RB3 talk is for naught.
Yeah, it helps.
Depending on what happens.
Now, the Chargers didn't roll any starters out there on defense, but I thought just his vision and reading the defense, reading what his offensive line was giving him, like that portion of it. Maybe not, any broken tackles or anything like that, but just reading it right, going north-south, being that guy that can put the ball in the end zone. I think even that plays against the Chargers backups.
Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about Trevor Penning, and we'll do it next here on Off the Bench. If there was one frustrating part about Friday, Jake, it was that your starting left tackle, Trevor Penning, was carted off.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a disastrous carting off. The cart nowadays, too, is a weird thing where they're always going to err on the side of caution, and especially a first-round pick, like whatever. But it looks like it is a bad case of turf toe. He has a torn ligament in that toe. Now, I don't know about you, Jake. I don't think there's ever been a bigger disconnect in football history than between how an injury sounds and how bad it actually is. Like when you hear turf toe and you hear a football player is not playing because of turf toe, you immediately think that person is soft. Like, what the hell? It's just a toe. You can't play through it.
When Deion Sanders missed so much time with turf toe, I'm a young lad, and I'm like, what in the hell? Turf toe? You know what my dad would tell me if I said I can't play because my toe?
Oh, my God. That's so funny. That is so funny that you mentioned the Deion thing because from my childhood, I have that one-to-one experience. Yeah. Well, because that was actually when he was on those Commanders teams. Right, I'm saying
he was
I loved Deion growing up, yes. But that was when he was on those Steve Spurrier Commanders teams where they were maybe going to be awesome and then they weren't. But, yeah, Deion missing a whole season of church. I'm like, what the hell, dude? It's a toe. Well, once you actually have it, it's brutal, right? You realize, oh, wait, you generate everything from your big toe. And if you have a torn ligament, you just can't do it. And so, unfortunately, now it looks like you are not going to have Trevor Penning for a while now. And help me out here, boys. Is Landon Young still hurt? I believe. I may need to double check that.
I mean, he might be good to play, but
Hurst is still hurt. And so all of a sudden, what is going to happen at left tackle is much more up in the air. Maybe you, and this is Jake. I'll be interested to see if this happens, like what you kind of alluded to the other day, where you were saying when you're on the edge of the roster, sometimes it's not even within your control as to whether or not you make it. Right? Like now, all of a sudden, the Saints may have need of a swing O lineman that they did not have before, and they may need to go grab one, and then somebody else loses their spot. Either way, that is one of the big bads in all of this. Like, yes, Trevor Penning will be back, but if you were going to play him, you would have liked for those main growing pains to take place earlier in the year as opposed to midstream coming off of an injury.
Yeah, so you're talking about Landon Young, who was really good at Kentucky, but has battled injuries, has been inconsistent in his NFL career so far. You've got undrafted rookie Lewis Kidd. You have a vet and Derek Kelly. But over the next 2 days, there's going to be 864 players that are released because of roster cuts. You're probably going to be on the waiver wire trying to find who's going to be your left tackle if Hurst is not ready to go. It's not a great place to be. There might be a veteran player because of salary that might be available. It's still not going to be great. Hurst is good, but until he gets better, it's going to be bad.